Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Rob and I talk about high-end collectible comics and comics art. Subscribe if that's your kind of thing. I love to talk about comics and I post 1 or 2 videos a week doing just that. I had another video planned for this week and I'm going to post that shortly, but I got a text from Heritage because of course they text you and email you and whatever to make sure you're up on the latest news. And I saw this auction coming up, the 2025 May 29th Diamonds in the Rough Iconic Keys Comics Showcase Auction. And I thought I'd share some lots because there's some really cool stuff in here. So let's take a look at these and have some fun. All American Comics number 16 is the first book I'm going to look at. 1.0 with brittle pages and some marker on the cover. But I mean, realistically, it's an All American Comics number 16. And if you're in the market for one, this is the cheapest copy you're going to get. It'll be fascinating to see where this one ends up. All Select Comics number 4, which is relatively normal looking for the books in this auction because a lot of them are pretty crazy, except for the fact that it's got chips of the light tan pages floating around inside the holder. If this were me, I think this is a really nice looking book with an incredible Alex Schomburg cover. I'd buy it and get it reholdered and have them vacuum out the chips. But yeah, take a look at that Schomburg cover. Killer. All-Star Comics number 8, CGC Apparent 4.5, extensive restoration, pieces added, color touch, etc. But if you're in the market for an All-Star Comics number 8, first Wonder Woman, and you want one that presents well, this is a pretty good option for you. I never skip posting about Archie Comics number 1, as you know. This one is a CGC 3.0, but it's restored, so it's outside of that kind of crazy trend I've been tracking in terms of the values of Archie Comics number 1 in CGC 3.0 unrestored. Yeah, this is a great book and should actually go for not too much money because, as we've seen, that kind of range for the CGC 3.0 Universal is like $15,000 to $30,000. So this will be maybe half that. I'm not sure. Interesting to see where it goes. Okay, we've got a couple heavy hitters back to back here. Batman number 1, CGC Apparent 5.0, extensive, married back page, pieces added, color touch, etc. Again, it looks pretty nice for a 5.0. And if you're in the market for a Batman 1, this might be your copy because it's a good looking book and is restored, so it's not going to cost you as much as an unrestored copy. Then again, if you're looking for an unrestored copy and have all the money in the world, let's find one of those too, because I'd love to see one of those come up for auction. Here's another restored Mega Key. This one isn't the best looking copy, so if you zoom in, you'll see some staining and there's some kind of funky paper loss and whatever. But again, it's a low-grade restored copy of Captain America Comics number 1. This is a great starter copy if you want to get into the top 10 of the Overstreet Price Guide's Golden Age Most Valuable list. I will always mention Detective Comics number 1. This one is a CGC 3.5 extensive restoration, but who cares? It's Detective Comics number 1. This book is insane. The biggest thing that I don't like about this, and you can see the notation even in this scan, is that it's been trimmed. But otherwise, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to hold out for a better copy of this book? I mean, I guess you could, but like I say, with Golden Age stuff, if you need one, buy it when it's available. And this one is available. This one is a very attractive book to me. More Fun Comics number 73, CGC 6.5, extensive restoration. But crazy first appearances and inexpensive, and it looks good, and it's in an ancient holder, so you can have fun looking at the ancient holder like a relic. No, but seriously, this is a great book. I think an undervalued book, as I've talked about, and this copy is a great starter copy for this Mega Key. Pep Comics number 22, CGC 3.5, moderate restoration, light tan to off-white pages. That's probably the only thing I would complain about is the paper looks really rough on this book, but Pep Comics number 22 is really tough to find in any grade. It doesn't sell very often, and it's first Archie. It's like, you gotta love this book. And in fact, I don't know how many I've actually covered on the channel. I talk about the book all the time, and I talk about Archie Comics number 1 all the time, but they don't come up for sale very often, so let's cherish this one and see how it does in this auction. And let's finish up with one of the books that I'm sure will get a lot of attention. This low-grade, really, really rough-looking copy of Superman number 1. 0.5, incomplete. I talk about in the video that I am going to post, looking at the census for the top 20 Golden Age books from the Overstreet Price Guide. And there are a lot of Superman #1s, and they're all low grade. And if you search on Heritage for low grade Superman #1s, a lot of them are really funky, and this one is no exception. So, but at the end of the day, it's a Superman #1. How many of you have owned one? Not a ton of you. And yeah, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of competition for this one. And with that, I'm going to call it for this video. I just wanted to drop a quick one and whet your appetite with some of these crazy books in this Diamonds in the Rough auction. It ends at the end of May 29th, 2025, and I'll be watching these. I might even do a little recap video of this because it was just such a funky auction that showed up in my inbox today. I was like, I got to share this with everybody out there. If you made it this far, thank you. Like and subscribe, and let me know what books you're looking at in this auction because there's a lot of fun stuff here. Thanks. Bye.